Our first story today is coming to us from the CBC News here in Nova Scotia. Member 2 First Nation defends sovereignty over cannabis and tobacco sales. A First Nation in Atlantic Canada is drawing a firm line over who controls commerce on its territory, and the debate is raising larger questions about Indigenous sovereignty, economic self-determination, and cannabis regulation here in Canada. Leaders of the Member 2 First Nation in Nova Scotia have told the provincial government and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, commonly known as the RCMP, to stay out of cannabis and tobacco sales taking place on their land. The dispute centers on businesses operating within the Member 2 community that sell tobacco and cannabis products outside of the province's regulated retail framework. Provincial authorities have argued these stores may violate provincial law, but Member 2 leadership say the issue is about jurisdiction and about the inherent rights of Indigenous nations to govern economic activity on their own territory. Member 2 Chief Terry Paul emphasized that the community has successfully built a thriving economic model over the past few decades, developing businesses, tourism infrastructure, and you can do that here in Nova Scotia in Cape Breton. You can go on a McMoggy tourism. It's really amazing. I can't wait to do it myself. And commercial enterprises that support local prosperity. Community leaders argue that decisions about commerce within the territory should be made by the nation itself, not imposed by provincial regulators. The situation reflects a wider conversation happening across Canada. Boy, howdy, is it ever. Many Indigenous communities have developed their own cannabis policies since legalization in 2018, asserting that federal and provincial frameworks do not automatically override Indigenous governance rights. Supporters of Member 2's position say Indigenous nations should have the authority to regulate and benefit from cannabis commerce within their territories. Critics, however, argue that regulatory consistency is necessary for consumer safety and taxation. For Member 2, the issue is about more than retail sales. It's about sovereignty and economic independence. As Chief Paul and other leaders have made clear, the community intends to defend its rights to determine how businesses operate on its land. And the outcome of this debate could influence how Indigenous jurisdiction over cannabis is interpreted across this whole nation of Canada in the years ahead.